Hi, look, there's a baby. We are at the park today. Today is April 17th, 2016, and I figured today was a good day to go to the park, even though there are a gazillion other people here at the park. I guess that's how it happens on a Sunday. Let's see here, what did I want to talk today about? Well, I was actually hoping to set up the tripod, but I don't think that's going to happen today. He seems to like this the best, so hopefully the camera won't be as shaky as it was last time, and I apologize for that last time. Anyway, one of the things I wanted to talk about today are my scars. I don't know if you can see them. I got scars on my arms, scars on my chest. There's a big old scar. What happened to me? A lot of times people actually are afraid to ask me what happened, and I always find it a little bit funny because I'm not going to get offended. Now, other people might get offended, but I'm not the type of person to really get offended. So, I am 34 years old. So, 31 years ago, when I was 3 years old, I pulled a pot of boiling water over on my head by accident, of course. I was being a big girl and I was going to help my mom cook spaghetti. Now, my mother is a wonderful person, and accidents happen. And my mom was standing right there, and I was, helping her. She was literally, like, right there, right behind me. And she turned to grab the phone because it rang, and I decided to get down off of the chair that I had been standing on at that moment. And so instead of leaning on the stove, I leaned on the pot handle and pulled the pot of boiling water over my head. Yeah, so I fell down, a big pot of boiling water over on me, and my face and my head and my entire body was actually burned. But thank God I didn't scar on my face. Um, I, whew, bugs. I have 3-degree burns on 30% of my body and 1 and 2-degree burns on the rest of my body. Sorry, there are bugs everywhere. And I went to Children's Hospital, I believe for 3 weeks, Children's Hospital in Denver. So people ask me, do you remember it? Well, it was a long time ago and I was so young. I don't remember it. I remember bits, and I think sometimes you kind of make up a story of what you imagine to have happened from what people have told you. So, um, I don't know how much is actual memory or how much is a story I've made up in my head that, has been told to me of what actually happened. I do remember walking into the house the night it happened, before it happened, and it was like dusk out, and I just remember I was, short, and 3 years old. I was walking behind my mom, and I just remember her butt, because that's what was in front of me as we walked into the house. Um, and then after it happened, I remember laying on the couch when my mom was on the phone with 911 or something. I don't know, she was on the phone freaking out, peeling my skin off. Like when you get a sunburn and you peel your skin off. Well, it was like that, only it was wet. Yeah, I know that's not really a pretty picture. Yeah, and that's about all I really remember. I do remember, oh, hello, son. I do remember being in the hospital, parts of it. I remember being wheeled down where there was a clown. I was in a red wagon. They do children's entertainment, children's activities with the kids that are at Children's Hospital. So I remember that, and that's about it. Yeah. So I was in the hospital. Ow! That's my skin, little man. That's my skin. I was in the hospital for, I think, 3 weeks, if I remember correctly. Could be wrong. And I recovered, you know, years of recovery. I had to wear what's called the Job's jacket on my chest and on my leg because I have skin grafts on my left leg, on my left thigh. Um, but it's a pressure garment, and it's you wear it so that the skin that's growing back will grow in flat, and it isn't like super ridged. Now on my chest and on my arm, I don't know if you can see on my arm, I have, like, you can't really, the lighting's really bad. I have this textured pattern, and that's actually from the when they were doing the grafts for my legs. They like poke holes in the skin and they spread it out, and then they stapled it on me, and it was so that my skin from my chest could grow through the graft and attach to it. So yeah, so there's like a kind of a checkered pattern, I guess. It's like a diagonal checkered pattern on my chest and arm. So yeah, so I've had that pretty much my whole life, and that's just been a part of who I am. And people always are curious as to what happened to me, so that's what happened to me. I had to do checkups at Children's Hospital, I think once a year, all the way up until I was 18. I don't even think I went all the way up until I was 18. I think I kind of stopped at like 16 or 17 or something like that, maybe 15, and then I never went back. There wasn't really much they could do, you know. They just were seeing how it was growing and how the scars were changing and stuff like that. A lot of it's faded. It's, some of it's still very very apparent that I have scarring on me, but a lot of it's faded. So, and I think I just flipped the camera. There we go. So yeah, I'm gonna pause this for a second. And this is what we're looking at right now. Donato is enjoying the trees and trying to reach for the camera, and also reaching for my head and pulling my hair. Ow. So he just really loves looking at the at the trees, don't you, buddy? Hi. It's a really pretty Sunday out. One amazing thing about living in Southern California. Alright, hopefully we can get this to work out. Baby! You see yourself? And the car's going by. Okay, so we have been looking at different housing, and Tom's been going to different open houses. I was able to go to an open house with him yesterday down in Orange County, and it's a great neighborhood. It was actually a really nice condo they have upgraded and done some stuff on, and the neighborhood's great. The school systems are amazing. They rate 9s and 10s. Everything's great. However, living in Orange County would require a very long commute for both of us, and potentially that would mean so much that things would need to change significantly. So I'm not really sure either of us want to do a really long commute. I don't know. It was a good deciding factor for us to really kind of sit down and talk about what is realistic. If we, one of the things we had not calculated in all of these expenses is if we do move to Orange County or someplace far away where it does require a commute, do we have the money for it? Because right now we do have 2 vehicles. However, his Focus is, got a lot of miles on it, so eventually soon he's going to need a new car. So that means saving up money for a vehicle, because we would prefer to if we're going to save up or get a new vehicle just to pay for it all at once and not have any debt. So those are just different expenses, or just pay more up front and live in Los Angeles. Well, hopefully not pay more up front, just hopefully find a house that we can afford and a place that is decent, and we don't hate living there. So sometimes I think I'm recording when I'm actually not. I had the ending to this recorded with Donato, but apparently I was just talking to my camera that wasn't recording. So anyway, if you have any questions for me or topics that I should talk about or whatever, let me know, and I'll do a video blog on it. So until next time, love you, peace, talk to you later. Are you screeching? Do you see the baby? Hi. Hi. Oh man, my eardrums are gonna be blown out here.